I guess there's no better time like now. I was waiting for the rooster to stop crowing, but it seems like every time he stops crowing and I want to hit the record button, he starts. So anyway, good afternoon, YouTube. So I wanted to do a go back to some videos that I had done about the couponing situation and explain it. So if you've ever been to, we call it the yellow store, Dollar General, and you put your digital coupons on the app, and then you go in the store, you get your stuff, you go to the register. You know that you have $25 worth of stuff, but what they do is they take off your product coupons before they take off your 5 off of 25 coupon, if you're following me. So it's better to have your paper coupon in hand, the 5 off of 25, give that to your cashier first, and then do your digital coupons. That way your 5 off of 25 comes off and your total comes down to where it's supposed to be, like you have it when you go to do like all your write downs and your math and everything, and you say you're only supposed to be paying like $8, just an example, $8 and some change at the end, and then you wind up paying, you know, more because that 5 off of 25 coupon did not come off, because like I said, it takes off your product coupons before it takes off your 5 off of 25 digital. So with that explained, I have not been back couponing because I don't have the budget for it, and plus I am at the point in couponing where I have a big enough stockpile that I don't need to coupon. And that's what a lot of people don't understand, is couponing is all about building a stockpile and then stopping. And then when your stockpile gets down low, say you have 25 packets of paper towels, toilet paper, you know, you got 26 bottles of laundry soap, you know, or you're couponing for food, and your food, I want to say your food pantry in your house, you know, you're at that point where you go, do I really need to go back to the store and get that extra bottle of mustard? You have 32 of them, but no, you don't. You coupon, you build it up, you build up your stockpile, and then you stop couponing, at least for 6 months, because that's what your stockpile should last you. Now, if you're like me and you live here in Florida, you want to build your coupon or your stockpile up to, per se, like we just had this pandemic. We're still in the pandemic, but we're on what they say, we're on the other side of the pandemic. Okay, I don't believe that. So I have not had to coupon for 2 years. I coupon for hobby and for little stuff, okay, where I don't spend over $25, okay? And you can do this at 2 or 3 stores, but with your digital coupons you can only do once. So it's best if you go ahead and get those paper coupons from the Sunday paper or your Wednesday paper, your Wednesday box, whenever it comes to you. It's best to go ahead and get those, because if you go to the store and you do digitals at one, you can do papers at several other, and that's a good way to build up your stockpile fast and with stuff that you need. Laundry soap is not going to get you through a hurricane. Bleach will, because you can always use bleach to do your water. You can put I don't remember quite offhand, but you can look it up. You put so much bleach per water to decontaminize it. You boil it and then bleach it. I don't want to say bleach it, but you put bleach into it and it makes it stable enough. But you can also do that process by getting you a pressure canner, or I've seen people doing it with their Instapots, and they're connecting on the pressure valve a hose that goes over like a still, like a liquor still, or either way, you go over and it coils down, it goes through the cold water and recondenses back into, and that's how you make distilled water. Okay, so you can do that in a pandemic. Paper towels, well, you need paper towels, you need toilet paper and all that good stuff. I just wanted to go back and make sure that, you know, when I say I was going to do an update on it and explain that whole coupon situation, I wanted to get that done and get that out of the way. So now that that's out of the way, let's move on. Okay, so I'm gonna flip my camera around here. I'm on my iPhone. I don't have my other camera in the move. I lost the battery packs to it and the SD card, and I don't really feel like paying 65 bucks for another one. Like I said, it's not in my budget. So I'm gonna flip my camera around and then I'll flip it back. Okay, so if you guys remember in my other video, my chickens used to be in this area here, right here. And they have, they've cleaned this area out really well. And if you can, I mean, I know you can't see it in the video, but I'll do an update video because they left me a volunteer garden in here. So I put down white cardboard to try and kill the grass, but it didn't work. And I have tomatoes, corn, beans, cucumbers and stuff growing over there. So we moved them over here to where the actual garden is going to be. So they're actually tearing up and working this area over here, and then I have to move them forward, and then we're going to build their permanent coop, and it's going to be a two-part coop. So I have like one side with the garden, and then they're on one side, and then when the garden's done I can switch them over and then work this side for the garden. So that's there. And then we have over here is the greenhouse, which we were taking this tree down up here. We were taking the tree down to get it out of the way, and it kind of grew back. And then we put up the greenhouse. And when we put up the greenhouse, my husband was saying, well, now that we put the greenhouse up, we can't take the tree down because it has nowhere to fall. But it does, because the greenhouse isn't staying where it's at. So he's trying to play a nice little trick on me. And we got a lot of rain last week, and it kind of flooded them out. And I lost one of my chickens because she got sick due to the rain. And I lost some of my celery here in this blue tub. But we have these, I think they're called ICB totes. And I'm going to connect it to up here for rain catchment. We have all this other damn disastrous mess going on over here. So, and this is just kind of like soil to block the chickens from eating my celery while it recuperates from drowning. Okay, and then we put in our fire pit here, and then we have the pool that's going to go in the ground over here for the ducks. And then we have these gorgeous girls, and I'm pretty sure you guys remember from watching our previous videos when we were at our other residence. This was the pumpkin with the face that was finished over there. So now we have our jerseys, our Jersey Giants in here. And then, like I said, because they got rained out over there, I built this temporary behind me. I built this temporary section in here. Let me get my butt up. I was tired. So here, let me flip it back around. So I built this temporary enclosure here with one of those 50-foot rolls of chicken wire that you get at Walmart for like 20 or 40 bucks. I don't remember. It's a 15 by 3. And I put them in here for 3 days. Okay. This looked like that over there. This nice green knoll, grassy knoll, looked just like this. Okay, this looked like that over there, reversed. So I put them in here. I put them in here for 3 days. I let them scratch. I let them do their thing. And then my husband came in with his pickaxe and started tearing up the tree roots, because there's that tree, there's that tree, there's that tree, there's those trees. So we have all those tree roots that are running through here. He tore up some of the tree roots over there on that side over here so far, and seeing that I had to get stuff planted, I put in on the back side, I put in my cabbages, which I know it's not time for cabbages, but since it started getting hot, they started growing. I know, backwards being here. So those went in over there, seeing that they decided they want to pop up and start growing. And then here we'll have my squash. Excuse me. And then where this bucket is sitting, I'm going to have him come in between. Try not to point because it keeps going out of focus. So it's kind of like in between here, like where this hose and thing is. I'm going to have him go ahead and pickaxe this up, and we're going to pull the roots that are already disconnected out of there. And I have, what do I have? Okay, so that's my squash. Oh, my pickle and cucumbers are going to go in here. These are some old fence posts. I put fence posts up so that when they start growing up, I can, put jute twine, so they'll grow up the jute twine and it'll catch them, because I don't want to go and buy a cattle panel. I don't want to do that. We live here in Florida and they need to be able to sway. We got, 2-3 months before hurricane season starts in on us, and we're trying to get as much food grown as we can. And over there you can see that right there. Let's walk over here and I'll show you guys. Over here you can see my basil's starting to come back. It got beat up by the cold we had. There's my sweet basil. And then this is my apothecary stuff here. This is wormwood. That's my wormwood right here. And my cilantro looks like it's trying to go to seed. And that's wormwood. And then I have all my tomatoes. Yeah, I wished I had tomatoes. My pepper plants that are over here. I got some pepper plants that are down here that are in pots. I got pepper plants here. I have bell peppers in these two that need to go in the ground. I got this onion thing. It can stay in there. But if this one is in that bucket, it's going to stay in the bucket. But you see, I have to get that area prepped so I can get all this stuff in the ground so I can start doing some stuff. And then all those buckets over there, that's just stuff that didn't live. And then over here, you see I'm already prepared and he's not helping. So here we have peas and we have kohlrabi. And then down here is sage. And I think there's like 2 or 4 more plants down there of the squash that didn't quite come up, late bloomers. And then all of this down here is pickle and cucumbers. So I have to get all my pickle and cucumbers done and get them in the ground. Down here I have my leeks. Those are all my leeks. And over here I have thyme and oregano starting to come up. And then it's like, okay. And then today I put in some, what does that say? Oh, bok choy. And let's see, I put in 3 different things. I put in some bok choy in this first one. And then I put in some purple kohlrabi over there. And then the last one over on that side, that's beets. And you can see my anaheims. They haven't started coming up yet, which is very disappointing. And then I have cayenne peppers over there. And then we have here, like all my tomatoes, which we have the Amish paste. And these have been planted since the beginning of February. So I don't know what's going on, if these things take that long. But you see, I have some that came up. Some of these Amish paste that did come up. But I don't have any of the apocas or the tigerillas over there. Those did not come up. And this is what my lettuce did. And that's been in there for 3 weeks. That's 3 weeks. Can you believe that? That is just pathetic looking. But I don't know. I just put it in, let it grow, let it grow, let it grow. Because Florida, we don't want to let it snow because we don't need that stuff. And all the other states can keep that. We're not participating. We're on vacation. So I'm gonna walk y'all back over here where I was telling you my volunteer garden is, where the chickens used to be at. So these are all my tomatillos. There's corn, there's okra and sunflowers, but the ones in the cups and those over there are tomatillos. Then I do have my corn up here ready for planting. That's booger. So I have my corn up here and it's ready for transplant. And then I have my okra, and this one decided it didn't want to do anything. So we'll toss that out, toss that to the side. We bought a fig tree. It was just a itty bitty thing. You know how you buy them in the little plastic sack from the store, and they don't have no kind of limbs on them. And this is 3 weeks. 3 weeks later, we put her in this pot, and this is 3 weeks. And that was the rooster. And this is our volunteer garden. As you can see, there's like tomato plants here. Let's get down and dirty with these things. Got tomato here, there. I'm not sure what that is. It says it's a morning glory. You can see tomato plants over there. There's all kinds of stuff. There are some peas right there. It looks like that spider looking thing right there. And then that one, that's also peas. These are volunteer plants. And now, I'm gonna let you in on something. These pea plants and these corn plants that are down here growing, these are all from split peas. Split peas. I mixed split peas with their corn, cracked corn. I also put, we put raisins, oats, split peas, green split peas and yellow split peas with their cracked corn. Okay, cracked corn. Yes, cracked corn. Look here. Tomatoes from the tomato stuff that we threw at them. Cucumbers probably. Corn from cracked corn. Peas from split peas. Corn from cracked corn. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna have one beautiful garden when this comes up. And I know I got some pepper plants in here somewhere. I saw them. Oh, right there. Get your finger out of the way. Right there. See it? Yep. That. Yep. That. And all those beautiful tomato plants. I am not sure what kind of tomatoes they are, but they're tomatoes. And they're going to make some sauce. If not, they're going in some salads, on some burgers, and some other stuff. Now check this out. Whenever we clean out their pen, I take and run their dirt through a sieve, like sift it down, get all the big stuff out of it, get the leftover lettuce and stuff that they don't eat. And what I do is I normally would put it over here. Not there. There. In our compost. This is our compost bin. I started this. I don't know why I want to say we. He don't do nothing. Anyway, I started this compost bin whenever we moved in. And everything that has come from cleaning up the yard, cutting the leaves, everything that's come out of cleaning up that little area over there that I told you that we just cleaned out, that he's helping me clean up and get ready for this garden. Everything that I raked out of there went in here. All the grass and stuff. You can see there's boxes in there. I don't know if you can see that. There's a box in there. There's a box over here. There's eggshells in there. There's leftovers. Not cooked food. No cooked food. But there are leftovers, like leftover lettuce, leftover salad, stuff that we got because we did have to do food distributions for a while because his hours went down. And there's no shame in that. Whenever you can't afford to go to the grocery store and get stuff, we got cucumbers, we got squash to make stuff, we got milk, we got ham. Hey, let me tell you something. Ham sandwiches for 3 weeks was just fine with me. Okay? So, all the leftover stuff that, you know, went bad before we could eat it went in there, and that's helping out. Now I'm going to show you something. See that pretty little plant right there? That's a cucumber. I did not plant that. That came up by itself. See this one? I did not plant that. A squirrel took off with a half of a cucumber to this tree and dropped a piece into there, and it grew. The other part of it, obvious, it went bad, and every time it gets full of water, that happens. Now, when I cleaned out their pen this time, I didn't put the dirt over there because I wanted to use it with their poop for that garden. Well, more volunteer garden. Look here. I think this is a weed. I'm pretty sure that's a weed. But I have peas, grass, garlic, peas, garlic. This is going to the trash because that is a tree that we do not want to grow. So that can go in the compost. But you see there's more peas, there's more tomatoes, and there's corn in here that was sifted out from their coop. So, yes, I still planted a garden, even though I have a volunteer garden, because a volunteer garden doesn't have everything that I want. So, yeah. So I'm going to walk y'all over here and let y'all see the chickens. Remember, chickens are disgusting little animals. They are your... I think somebody said when pigs fly. They didn't understand that chickens are equivalent to pigs. So, there they are. Here's my aggressive. My aggressive rooster. This is my Americana. That was supposed to be a meat bird. She was bought as a meat bird. This one, and probably 2 more. Okay, there's 3. So, it's not going to focus because of the fence. So, the 3 white ones here are Cornish cross that were bought at Tractor Supply and sold to me as meat birds. But they never meated out. They just turned into laying hens, which I am not mad at because these little bitty things, look at her. Okay? You see that little bitty hen? That little bitty hen right there. That's a kid's pool. That poor little bitty hen puts out a grade A large egg. Then this one right here, these are my Isa Browns. And this one right here is my nosy sow. That's Sow. She's a barred rock. And then her sister, which is Sister Sow. And then my ducks. And then my lavender Orpington is right there next to the duck. They're messy. And as you can see, there's no grass in here. And they've been in here for 2 months. So, whenever we get ready to get the other piece built. When financially we're able to get the other piece, the garden pieces built, we're gonna get their shelter built first, and then get a permanent coop built. And we'll be moving them back over to where they're supposed to be at. But for right now, I have nothing else to show you guys as updates, but I will bring you back. And if you have any questions, comments, anything you want to discuss, just hit me down in those comments. You can also hit me on my email address. I don't put it in these videos. It's on some of my previous videos. But like I said, whenever we get financially able, all this stuff is going to get done. But as of right now, we are not financially able, moving into a new house and stuff. So, like I said, if you want, you can go back and look at some of my other videos just in the description box for my email address. If you got any questions you don't want, like the rest of the nation, you know, anybody else who watches the videos, because I personally, if I say, hey, YouTuber, how did you do that? And I got 50,000 people that's not that person answering me, I pay them no attention. I wait for the creator to answer me. And if the creator never answers me, then that creator is only there for himself or herself. And I personally don't like that. So, like I said, if you want to have any questions, comments, whatever, just drop them down below. If you want something answered personally, my email is in some of the other videos that I've done. So for right now, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna relax. And I like to thank everybody for watching any and all of my videos that you have watched. Take the time, you know, watch all of them. If there's something on there that we have built, and you want to know how to build it, or you want to know how to put it together, or what it is, where it came from, I'll do my best to answer your questions. So if you would, drop me a like and share this video with anybody you think it's going to help out. And until I see you next time, thanks for watching. Bye.